G'day and welcome to my garage. For their pivots, so there's a fair few of those to do. Catch you later. I've got some base material to use as a cold rivet for all of these hinge points. They're just 4-inch nails, about 4.6 millimeters in diameter. Far too long, but that's all right. They'll just get cut off and used in that fashion. I chose the nails because they give a pre-made head. I'll just cut this to size. Try not to burn yourself with the hot end of that nail. Just dress that up. It has to be the same way as the other one. These brackets take the pillow blocks, so and both those brackets face to the right. They're not opposite like that. They're to the right. So let's do that. I have a stick out. I didn't measure it, but let's measure it. I have a stick out of about 4.5–5 millimeters. Maybe a little bit long. We'll see how we go. And we just peen that over as evenly as you can. Make it a little bit shorter next time. So that's the second one fitted. So there we go. It's all nicely peened over. Good fit, beautiful. So that's those two done. And now to put these other brackets on. Now these other two brackets, they will actually face each other that way. Just to put it on. I'll give you a heads up here. The hole positions are not the same between these two brackets, so the arms are not parallel. I started putting this together and thought, hey, hang on, what's going on? What mistake have I made? But I haven't made a mistake. The hole positions, the hole positions are for the pillow block brackets. It's excuse me. For the pillow block brackets, it doesn't give a distance between the two holes. What it gives is a total distance of 5 inches. One hole is an inch off the end, so we're down to 4, and the other hole is 3/8 off the other end. So we're down to 3 5/8. Then we go to the mounting bracket, and again we've got the same well, slightly different. Same way. It gives you a total distance of the bracket of 4 inches, and then a distance of 3/8 of an inch off each end. So 4 inch less the 2 3/8, which is 3/4, gives you a quarter, a 3 1/4. So the hole positions on the mounting brackets are 3 1/4 apart, and the hole positions on the pillow block brackets are 3 5/8 apart. So don't expect them to look parallel, because they're not going to be parallel. I think he refers to them as the parallel arms, but they're not quite parallel. Anyhow, both of them will be the same, so I can't see there's a problem there. Maybe later on, if there is a problem, then we'll mark it in the book as a problem. But thought I'd give you the heads up before you drill these things and then realise, oh look, they're not parallel. Well, no, they're not. And on we continue. Well, I do anyhow, you don't. Okay, this is one of the frames I made earlier. I got a bit excited and went too far and put all 4 rivets in. But then, as I continued on, I realised I'd made a mistake. So these 2 rivets can go in now, but these 2 rivets can't go in yet. If you make a mistake like I did, they're easy to grind the rivets off and start again. Because these 2 rivets have spaces or washers, a number of washers for a purpose. So this is the piece that's mounted to the spindle head shank. So the pulley set is the pillow blocks here, the pulley set's there, a little bit lower down of course, and this is the release lever. So at the present moment it's down, which puts it closer, this pulley set, it puts it closer to the spindle head, so we've got the belt's not under tension, and then when we lift the handle up, it raises, if you watch this one, it raises the pulley up, and then it becomes over here, this link has to clear the rivet on that one. Go over the top of it and then over centre, and then there'll be a stop later on to hold it so it doesn't, because once it goes over centre then the belt tension will start pulling it, continue to pull this handle down, so there'll be a stop put in here so that doesn't travel any further. So that's your tension mechanism. So to release it, you push it back over centre, past its highest point of tension, and then drop the pulley set down to release the belt tension. So the next job, I've made up some washers to take up the clearance rather than use the loose stack. The next job is to fit this rivet. So there's three pieces: the angle bracket, the top parallel, and the release lever. So that now can be all riveted together in some fashion. That one. It's getting rather crowded, but it will be okay. Preferably do this on a more solid bench. Now you need to remember that the off-centre hole for the diagonal link to there is on that position. Doesn't really, well, it doesn't say in the book. It doesn't say in the book, but for going by the pictures, the drawings, then it puts it on the right-hand side. This one being the pillow block. This one being the pillow block here, and the shorter one being bolted to the spindle head. So the hole is to the right of centre of the release lever. Now that I've got that, I can confirm the height of that rivet head and use corresponding spaces to compensate for clearance over that rivet head. One's going to be larger than the other. This one's larger because it's got the thickness of the banging around pushed you out, did it? Oh well, I'll have to come back to this. Well, here's one finished to this stage anyhow. I still have to finish the other half, but this block here we'll say is the milling head. So we're actually on. I'm actually on the back side of the pretend mill, and this is the action here. If you watch this one, so that's a belt relaxed stage. This stage of pulleys is dropped down, comes closer to the spindle pulley. Put the belt on, bring it up, and if you watch this, you'll see it comes up, stops for a moment, and then drops down again. So that's the over centre action. So this arm here had to clear the head of that rivet, so there's a Gingery mentions putting loose washers in there, but I just got some 16mm rod, faced it off to size. This was about 4.5mm, so that was 7.5mm down this end, and beautiful action, lovely. That will work out nicely. Now off to make the other half. There's one thing about that thing, you can't talk over the top of it. Oh, it's hard to. Okay, centre hole. 8mm. This is the clearance hole for the shaft. Now we just put a leading taper on one end. That's so the rod can centralise and find the hole at the other end of inside the tube. It's only 4.5 inches, but just gives it that little bit easier to lead it in, rather than fishing around on a flat face. Okay, that's one. And that like goes in there. And that's the handle. So that bit of a taper drill, taper I put on the inside of that timber is so that the rod finds the hole easy enough. Alright, I'll make a second one and then put the handle together. See you then. these two are already drilled and tapped. Now I'm just going to bring these, take these out to 6mm. Well, the final stage for the pulley drive system is now fitted. So I now need to. It's not quite finished yet. After I put the pillow blocks on with the shaft and the 4-stage pulleys, and then the final pulley over here, the 2-inch one, I then need a belt, get the right size belt, and then put a angle bracket here as a stop, just over centre. But that's a little bit later. But at the present moment, this final drive section is finished, and I'll be on doing now the second stage with the other 4-stage pulley and the release crank for that. And then after that, hang the motor and set up the first stage of the final drive. So that's where we are at present. Now I'm going to move on to the second stage. We'll see you there. Going to quickly drill these holes for the handle. What's this? The second stage, the release crank handles. Yeah, stop talking. It's too hot in this shed. It's over 4. Well, it's 41 outside, and this shed's only 2.1 7-foot metre, 7-foot roof ceiling height. So must be 45 on my head. That's C. As you can see, not everything's done in the drill press. I do use the vise for a lot of work. Well, here we have the two release crank lever arms. Just got to put the handle in between, and they can be bolted up that way. And then they can be bolted up to the spindle head bracket. All right, it's too hot for this. Okay. Alright, go and test fit. Yeah, just make sure it's right. No, that can't be right. Yeah, they're too close. I've got to get a 4-stage pulley in there. I tried looking for the two different handle lengths, and Gingery didn't have it. He only had the 4.5 inch. But as we can see, that's not going to work. So for the present stage, I should delete this for part of the video. Alright. Go and recheck the book and pull the wood lathe apart to get the motor and 2 pulleys out of it. Alright, catch you later. I've changed the position of the pillow box, so that's the way it's going to mount. So the spindle head is here, the motor is out here. Can you see? Yep, the motor's out this way, where the hook is. But guess what? They're supposed to be 4.5 inches, and I've got nearly 7. Doesn't fit that way either. Back to the drawing board. I would advise, if you make yours, put your oil cap a little bit further around to give more room for that bolt. Alright, that's one fitted, and I'll put the next one off camera. I fitted this up to the machine, and the bar was binding too much. I forgot that I need to file these flat. Gingery mentions putting these onto a shaft and filing flat. I'd forgotten about it. So yeah, I'm filing these flat, and hopefully that'll take the binding out of it. I'll bring you back, oh, forget it, later. Well, we've managed, I've managed to get this down to a reasonable, well, a good flat finish. These are the bearing housings. What is it? The release crank and bearing housing assemblies. Alright, I'll clean these up, and we'll see how it mounts and works out this time.